Alright, quick thought before we start the video. Every time when you log into an app, send a message, search on a Google, or even when you see your name on a screen, there's a string. Welcome to Python String Explained. And just one thing before we move ahead, the prerequisite for this video is your valuable time. That's it. No prior knowledge beyond the basic. If you're not confident on Python fundamentals, then I would recommend you to watch my first video, that is Python core fundamentals. Otherwise, you're good to continue. Alright, let's switch to VS Code and start coding. In this video, we are going to break down Python strings step by step. If we start with what strings are and how to create them, then we will look at indexing and slicing, then explore commonly used string methods, and I will show you the right way to format strings using fstring. Along the way, I will point out the common mistakes the beginners do, so we don't get stuck later. Okay, what are strings? In Python, a string is just simply a text. Anything written inside a single quote or double quote is treated as a string. Let me add two strings here, name equal to Raman and city equal to Bangalore. So here strings are used for different use cases. That is, in the names, messages, file paths, user input, almost everything where user is facing. So if number is for calculation, then string is for the communication. Next thing, creating strings. You can create strings in multiple ways. For an example, here I have added a string that is hello Python. You can also include numbers in a string. For example, here I am adding Python 1.0.0. Important thing to keep note is this is a string, whereas 10 without a double quote or single quote is just a number. These both look similar, but Python treats these as different. Let me show you by using type. That is, print type of 10 inside a double quote, then type of 10. Let me run this code. So it has printed the first one is string and the second one is integer. Next, indexing and slicing. Now here is where usually beginners get confused. That is indexing. Python counts character starting from 0, not 1. Let me add a variable. That is text equal to Python. Here the index of p is 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. For an example, print text of 0. I am trying to get the letter or character present at the index 0. One more text of 3. Let me run this code. So it should print P and then third position is 0, 1, 2, 3, H. Let's run this code. It has printed P and H. We can get the last letter N either by using print text of 5 or text of -1. It has given the same letters N and N, because if you want to count from reverse order, the last character will be of position -1 and then -2, -3 and so on. Now let's see how slicing works. Slicing is just picking some part of the text. Here I want to get only the letters which are from Y to O. So for that I will write the position is 1 and then 2, 3, 4. Let me remove the previous code. If you would have observed, it has just printed YTH and it has not printed O, even though I have provided 4 here. That is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Because Python excludes the last index, we have to add +1. That is, instead of 4, I will give 5 here. Then let's run this code. Now it has printed Y, T, H and O. And if you want to cover N as well, then you have to provide +1 extra. That is 6. It has printed everything except P. And then when we don't give any values of index in this one, it will print everything. This is the output. So text of colon and print text both are same. It returns same result, Python and Python. And the key rule here is the first index is included and the last index is always excluded. This particular rule never changes. Next, we'll cover common string methods. String come with built-in covers called methods. Let's try few things here. I have added a sentence that is Python is powerful. Let's explore string methods. Sentence.upper, sentence.lower and sentence.title. Let me run this code. So when I say sentence.upper, it will convert everything into a uppercase. Python is powerful. And then when I hit this lower, so it will print everything in a lowercase. And the last one, the title, which will give the capitalized words. Like in this sentence, beginning of each word will have capital letter. that is P is capitalized, then I is capitalized, and then at last P is capitalized. Next, we'll try splitting the string. So to do that, we have to use a method called split. Sentence dot split. So what it does, if I don't give any argument here, so it will consider space as a default argument and it will split according to that. Let's run this code. As I told, it considered space as a delimiter and it splitted this particular sentence into 3 words. Python is powerful. And one key note here is this particular split will always return least. Let's try the replace method. So here I want to replace the last word powerful with awesome. So what I will do, I will use a method called replace, and the word which I want to replace is powerful. So I will provide it here. The new word called awesome. Let's print this and see. So here it has printed now Python is awesome instead of powerful. From this, we can expect one interview question, that is, what will be the output of this particular sentence? Now, if I try to print this line, any guess? Like, it won't print Python is awesome. The reason is these method, that is replace, do not change the original string. They just return a new one. Let me print and show you. This is the output. So I have added 2 print statement. Here it has written Python is awesome. And if I try to print the sentence again, it's returning the original string. The reason behind this is the strings are immutable. And you will understand this deeply later. Next, string formatting. It's a very important topic. This is how professional write strings. For example, in this given code, I have written name equal to Raman, age equal to 30. So here, instead of writing everything in this particular print statement, I have declared it beginning and I am making use of that. But this is old way of writing the code, and the better way is use f string. So now this is cleaner, readable, and industry standard. So in your code, use f string whenever it's possible. So next, we'll quickly cover most important thing, that is the more common beginners mistakes. Let's quickly cover the mistake I see all the time. First one, mixing string with the integer. That is, here I am trying to mix the string with the integer, and it will return an error, the type error, because the string and integer cannot be concatenated. So to fix this issue, you just have to typecast it to string. Let me typecast this particular value to a string, that is string of 30. Let's run the code, and now it printed age is 30. And the other mistake is trying to get the index which is not in the given left. So in this code, I'm trying to get the character at the position 8. However, that particular character is not there because it just has hello. As I told earlier, the indexing will start from 0. That is, 0th position is H, then 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I'm trying to get the 8th position. There's no such character. So it will return an error. Here it is, index error, string out of range. The last character in this one is 4. Now it printed 4. One last thing is forgetting the quotes. I say, so in this, I didn't even given either single or double quotes. So Python expect the string value to be written in a quote. That's why it has written name error. Let's enclose this within a quote and run it. There is a mistake here. I didn't print this particular value. Now it should print the value. Now it has printed raw. Python is strict, but it's fair. So today you learned what strings are, how to create them, indexing and slicing, useful string methods, f-string formatting, and common mistakes. Strings are everywhere in Python, so this topic is foundational. In the next video, we will move to Python, list, tuple, and sets. Let's make sure you practice what you saw today. Even 10 minutes is enough. And I will cover most of the Python related things in the upcoming videos. I will see you in the next one. Please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.